R2D2 is a fan favorite when it comes to Star Wars, and he is very well known even outside of the brand. But we wouldn't have a Star Wars saga if it wasn't for our little friend. So here are 10 times R2D2 saved Star Wars. Really quick, if you guys could hit that subscribe button, it would be much appreciated and it will help push these videos to reach more Star Wars fans. Thank you. First up at number 10 is R2 fixes the hyperdrive. In The Empire Strikes Back, Han and Chewbacca have a recurring problem with the Millennium Falcon's hyperdrive. Throughout the whole movie, they fix it over and over again. But when our heroes are escaping Cloud City with the injured Luke, the engine fails them in their most pivotal time. Chewie tries to get going again, but has no success. But right as they're about to be pulled into a Star Destroyer's tractor beam, R2 fixes it with no problem, blasts them into hyperspace, escaping the Empire again. Next up at number 9 is R2 saving Padme's life. In Episode 2 Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan sends out a distress message to Anakin and Padme, to which they fly to Geonosis to try and save him. They infiltrate the base by going through a droid factory that has a lot of moving parts. To add on top of that, they are confronted with Geonosis and Anakin is separated from Padme. Anakin has his own problems and eventually breaks his lightsaber, while Padme is trapped in a molten molding case. As she's about to be melted alive, R2 flies in and disconnects her case from the assembly line, saving her life. At number 8 is R2 the Sword Bearer. In Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker goes to Tatooine to save his friends that are being held by Jabba the Hutt. He places R2 in a service droid position so that Jabba wouldn't see him as a threat. As they take our heroes to the Sarlacc pit, R2, Lando, and Luke get into position. No one knows what's going on, until R2 shoots Luke's lightsaber to him, enabling the Jedi to free his friends. While Luke is causing chaos outside, R2 rolls along to save Leia as she is chained to Jabba. Leia then pre-aims the cannons to blow up the ship while R2 saves 3PO by pushing him off the boat, and in the end the crew is saved. Coming in number 7 is R2 battling the Buzz droids. In Revenge of the Sith, Anakin and Obi-Wan are flying over Coruscant toward General Grievous's flagship to rescue the Chancellor. On their way there, they come across some Vulture droids which fire Buzz droids missiles at them. Anakin makes quick work out of them, but Obi-Wan is unlucky. The Buzz droids start tearing Obi-Wan's ship apart, and he loses visual. Anakin tries to help out, but ends up taking on a Buzz droid himself. So with Obi-Wan flying blind and Anakin's ship about to be scrapped, R2 manages to win a 1v1 against the Buzz droid, and the two Jedi manage to make their way to the ship. Next to number 6 is R2 being the distraction. In Revenge of the Sith, after Obi-Wan and Anakin make their way onto the flagship to get the Chancellor, they are captured and brought to Grievous himself. As the Jedi are surrounded by droids, Magna Guards, and Grievous, who has their lightsabers, R2 all of a sudden lets out every ability he has, distracting everyone and gives Anakin and Obi-Wan time to use the Force, grab their lightsabers, and go to work. Without R2's distraction, Obi-Wan would probably still be negotiating. At number 5 is R2 fixing the engines again. In Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Anakin was told by Qui-Gon to stay in a Naboo starfighter until they get back. The starfighter goes into autopilot, however, and Anakin is sucked into a space battle. During the battle, Anakin flies into the droid control ship, but his engines are shocked and he can't move. As droids are starting to notice and surround them, R2 does his magic and fires up the engine while putting on the deflector shields. Anakin then fires his torpedoes into a fuel cell, exploding the ship from the inside and escaping. Now that is pod racing. Coming in number 4 is R2 delivers the Death Star plans. Now let's go back to where it all began, in Episode 4, A New Hope. The Tantive 4 is being boarded by Lord Vader, and Princess Leia is sending a last effort message to Obi-Wan Kenobi. She entrusts R2 to deliver the message, which are the Death Star plans. While meeting Luke, Kenobi, Han, Chewie, and entering the Death Star itself, R2 finally makes it to the Rebel base on Yavin 4 and gives the plans to the leaders. He didn't stop in accomplishing his mission throughout the entire movie. Next to number 3 is R2 takes a shot for Luke. After giving the Death Star plans to the rebellion, R2 accompanies Luke in his X-Wing to destroy the Death Star. On Luke's run in the trench, Vader is right behind him and starts picking off his wingmen, including Luke's best friend, Biggs Darklighter. As Vader closes in, he takes a shot, but R2 takes the hit and saves the ship. That gives Han enough time to swoop in and clear the way for Luke to drop his proton torpedoes, exploding the Death Star. R2 really took the meeting, taking one for a team right there. At number 2 is R2 saves the OG trio. While saving Princess Leia from her cell on the Death Star, Luke, Han, Chewie, and Leia take a route that leads them into a trash compactor. With the door locked and nowhere to go, the crew begins to brace the walls. As the walls close in, nothing is working. The trash begins to enclose in on them, and it's getting tighter. Right as they're about to be squashed, R2 manages to reverse the walls and open the door to save them. Talk about being in the nick of time. And finally, coming in number 1 is R2 fixes the shield generator. In The Phantom Menace, the Queen of Naboo tries to escape the planet with the help of the Jedi to ask for aid from the Republic on Coruscant. As they break through the atmosphere, they are met with a CIS planetary blockade. They fly fast throughout the first wave, but their shield generators are shot out and they are left vulnerable. A set of droids are sent out to repair the generator, and this is where we meet R2 chronologically. As the droids get on with the repairs, the ship is met with more firepower, and slowly the droids are picked off one by one. Eventually, R2 is the last droid standing, but the ship is nearing the heaviest part of the blockade. However, R2 fixes the generator, and the Queen and her crew manage to blast past the blockade. R2 is acknowledged for his service and is rewarded by Padme cleaning him. If R2 didn't fix that generator, our heroes would have been blasted into oblivion and there would be no Star Wars. Now that you've seen 10 times R2 has saved the galaxy, check out this video here of 3PO being the hero. May the Force be with you.